Having an online business in 2022 is no longer an option, it's now a necessity. And the reason why it's now a necessity is because for the last 2 years, we've been going through a global economic crisis, starting all the way back from 2020 when we had the global infection. And this officially started the spiral of economic crises that are leading now into 2022 with a 40-year high in inflation and a cost of living crisis. And for 90% of you guys that are watching this, working a normal 9-to-5 day job will just not cut it anymore. And that's why in this video, I'm going to be going over the best online business to start in 2022 that you can start alongside your day job or any other work you're doing. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name's Kamil Sattar. I've been an online entrepreneur for the last 5 years. Now, before I used to say to people that having an online business was an option and a luxury, but in today's society, it's a must-have. And the reason for that is because we are now entering a new era of how the economy will work and how online businesses will also work. Now, people from all different ages and all different backgrounds are now taking advantages of these new business opportunities that are now online because of the last 2 years going through these economic crises, which has enabled people to go part-time with their job or full-time with their online business and quit their job. And they've been able to do this without having any degrees or any special qualifications. Now, if you've clicked this video, it's because you want to become financially free and time free. So the key to surviving right now and for the next few years is by becoming a digital nomad and starting a business that requires a low investment to start with. And the reason why I'm saying that is because those that are able to survive right now are working remotely from their laptop, from their computer, anywhere in the world and still able to generate income. The reason why the world's gone like that is because for the last few years, it's pushed everyone online now. Consumers are buying online, consumers are doing everything online. And this has created a massive opportunity for people to become financially free and time free. Instead of being the people that go online and buy things, why not you become the provider for these people that are going to be buying things online for the next few years? Now, I want to make this extremely clear. Online businesses aren't a get rich quick scheme. Don't be watching this video thinking, oh, I'm going to get rich after this video or I'm going to get rich in a year's time. All of this will take time. It doesn't just require time, it requires effort and it requires patience. I always say those that are the most patient are the ones that always win. Now, I am aware that there are other people on YouTube sharing their views and opinions on this subject in terms of what are the best businesses to start online in 2022. This is my view based on my last 5 years making money online, not just my view and opinion, but I've also spoke to some of my friends that also make money online in different business models, and this has helped me come to my conclusion. But you do need to understand that my experience for the last 5 years has been highly endorsed by some of the biggest companies in the world. Now, if you watch this video till the end, this is what you can expect to receive. You're going to get a free copy and paste resource that you can use, made by me and my team, to start an online business. You're also going to get a unique opportunity to anyone looking to start an online business in 2022. And this type of online business that I'm going to be teaching you is very unique and not many people are talking about it. So now I've told you guys how important it is to have an online business in 2022 and you know what you can expect to receive. Let's dive in. Now, before I dive in, there's 3 important things that you must understand and take into consideration. The first thing is, why is it important now to start an online business? The second thing is the best online business models in the industry. So not just one, there's multiple ones. And the third and most important one is which one is the best for you. So Bloomberg released an article not long ago saying Wall Street says a recession is coming. Consumers say it's already here. Shoppers are getting squeezed and money is disappearing fast. A recession means a unique opportunity to build wealth, and I'll explain everything right now. Now, for those that don't know what a recession means that you get 2 quarters of negative GDP, which is basically how much money people spend during each quarter. Now, as you guys can see on the screen, this is a chart of the S&P 500 index on the stock market. Now, for those that don't know what the S&P 500 is, it's the top 500 American companies. And you can see here I've highlighted a rare opportunity. Now, the reason why this is a rare opportunity is because during a recession or an economic crisis, the S&P 500 tends to drop between 20 and even 80%. However, this opportunity is only valuable if you have free cash flow available. Now, the reason why it's a big opportunity is because when the S&P 500 drops between 20% and 80%, it means lots of different assets become very cheap. And imagine going into a supermarket where everything's on sale. The stock market's on sale, real estate's on sale, commodities are on sale. If you're able to buy these assets at a cheap price, when the economy revives and gets back to its usual self, then you're going to make a lot of money because those assets will raise back up in price again. And for you to be able to buy these assets when they're on a cheap price tag, you're going to need cash flow to be able to do it. Now, rich people actually love it when the economy collapses because it gives them opportunity to buy cheap assets that will be very valuable in the future. That's why you need a business that can generate cash flow and consistently print cash flow every single week, every single month for years to come. Because the honest truth is your day job for most people will only be able to cover the bills and you won't be able to take advantage of this insane opportunity that's currently undergoing. Now you understand why it's so important to have cash flow. Let's talk about the best online business models in 2022. So I'm going to cover business model, the difficulty level, the budget required, the profit margins included with each business model, the unit price per business model, and the asset value of each business model. Now, when I say asset value, I mean how much is that business going to be worth if you come to sell it. And then I'm going to be finishing off with the time commitment needed for each business model. The first business model is Amazon FBA, which means fulfilled by Amazon. Now, everyone's heard of Amazon. They're the biggest e-commerce giant. And what Amazon FBA is, it's where you buy stock from China, you send it to an Amazon warehouse, you list it on Amazon, and then Amazon will fulfill your orders when somebody comes to your Amazon listing to buy the product. Then you've got affiliate marketing. Now, affiliate marketing is where you're referring a service or a product to somebody and you will take a commission for it. So let's say, for example, you're going to need a website making. If I refer you to a website maker, they will pay me a commission per referral. The next business model is trading things like crypto, stocks, even foreign exchanges. And for those that don't know what trading is, it's where you're trading something against something. So let's say, for example, I buy the British pound, I could trade it against the euro, which means I'm betting the British pound is going to outperform the euro. And you can do it in different ways. You can bet on the price of Ethereum going up against the dollar. These are different trading pairs that you have. Next business model is called SMMA, which stands for Social Media Marketing Agency. And how this works is you create an agency and then you go out there and get clients that need your marketing expertise. So you run ads for dentists, gyms, e-commerce brands. You're basically going to help them improve their sales and their acquisition through your marketing services. And the next business model is e-commerce and drop shipping through paid advertisements. Now, for those that don't know what e-commerce is, it's basically where you set up an online business and people come to your online business, and when they come to your online business through a website, you fulfill the service or the product. Now, in this instance, I'm talking about you having a website where you're selling e-commerce products. So let's say you're selling gym products, let's say gym fitness products on your website. Now, drop shipping is a part of e-commerce, and drop shipping is where you do not hold any of the inventory. Let's say we want to start a gym business selling gym fitness products. We do not buy any of the products up front. We wait till we get a sale on a website. Then we get our supplier from China or wherever they are based to fulfill the product and send it directly to our customer. That way we're not going to have to risk any of the inventory value. Now, the reason why I put paid ads in bracket is because there's two different ways you can use this business model to acquire customers. You can spend money through Facebook ads, TikTok ads, Google shopping ads to acquire customers. That's one way of doing it. Then the next business model is e-commerce and dropshipping, but doing it organically. And organically basically means not using any paid ads, actually using social media platforms or using influencers or celebrities to leverage your brand and to actually acquire customers for free. Now, the difficulty level for Amazon FBA, in my opinion, is considered easy. Now, when I say easy, I'm comparing it to the other different business models. None of these are easy for a beginner, but I'm comparing the difficulty to each one of these different business models. Now, the reason why I'm saying it's easy is because all you need to do is buy the stock, send it to Amazon, list a profile on Amazon with the product, and then Amazon will send you the traffic and they'll handle the rest. The budget required for Amazon FBA is around about $1,000 to $5,000, and that's because you need to buy inventory, and depending on how much units you buy and how much each unit is worth will depend on the budget that you're going to need. Now, the profit margins are around about 10 to 20%, and the reason why they're low is because Amazon are going to take their fees. Now, the unit price, meaning how much you could sell a product for, is around about $20 to $500. Now, there's really no barrier to how high you can go, but that's the average most people do. And the asset value is considered quite low, and again, asset value means how much much you're going to sell that company for if you want to sell it at the end and move on to something else. And the reason why the asset value is low is because people can recreate your Amazon business pretty easily. And the time commitment needed is very short because Amazon's going to do most of the work for you. Now that moves us on to affiliate marketing, and the difficulty level that I would say for affiliate marketing is pretty easy. And the reason why it's easy because affiliate marketing works best for those that already have a personal brand, and they could leave links in their descriptions, their YouTube channels, and they can easily get commission doing it that way. Now, if you're doing affiliate marketing without any of that, then it's going to be a little bit more harder. And the budget required for affiliate marketing is around about $1,000 to $5,000. And that's if you don't have a personal brand to leverage and you need to pay for ads to actually direct traffic to that link to earn a commission from. And the profit margins are around about 10 to 30% because you don't need to pay any fees to things like Amazon or eBay. It's all the profit from yourself. The only fees that you're going to be paying towards is the amount of commission that you're going to receive. So let's say you're referring a product to somebody that's worth $100, but the affiliate company will only give you 50% of what it's worth, then that's what you're going to earn. Now, most affiliate marketers that have high success sell products between $20 and $250. And the asset value for affiliate marketing is very low because buyers don't look at affiliate marketing as a sexy business to buy into. And the time commitment needed for affiliate marketing is very low because if you're using paid ads, then you don't need to manually do any of the work. And because you're not making the product or fulfilling it, you don't need to do anything. Now, the difficulty level for trading is going to be very hard because you're going to have to learn a skill to learn how to trade. You need to know how to handle your emotions. You need to understand chart patterns. You need to understand how economic patterns can affect the current market. There is so much that goes into trading that most people that can't control, which makes it very, very hard. And the biggest one is human emotion. Now, the budget required to see some life-changing money from trading is around about $25,000. Now, you can actually start trading with a lot less, let's say $500 to $1,000, but you'd have to flip that a lot, and that'll take you a lot of time and a lot of effort, and there's no guarantees that you're going to flip it into $25,000. Trading is also a very high leverage business model, meaning people use loans and not their own money to try and trade, and that is very high risk, which we try to stay away from. Now, the profit margin is extremely high. There's no real percentage on it. It just depends how successful your trades are. You can be 100% up, you can be 500% up, and the reason why the profit margin is so high is because the risk related is extremely high as well. Now, there's no such thing as a unit price because you're not really selling anything to anyone, so this one doesn't count. And the asset value for trading is low because unless you're going to build a trading floor or a trading team, then there's going to be some form of value, but people are going to buy this because of you, and you're basically going to sell yourself as an asset value. So this one doesn't really work for this type of business model unless you build some form of exchange or you build some form of trading floor, which is very unlikely. And the time commitment needed to become a successful trader is between 5 to 10 hours, more like 8 to 10 hours, because you're going to sit in front of a computer screen pretty much all day. I know some really successful traders that work about 8 to 10 hours a day. Now, when it comes to social media marketing agency, SMMA, the difficulty level is hard. And the reason why it's hard is because you're going to need to learn how to do advertising. You're going to need to know how to hire people that know what they're doing. And if you don't know what you're doing, how do you know other people know what they're doing? And you're also going to have to learn how to reach out to clients, how to close clients, how to keep clients' expectations. There is so much involved in a social media marketing agency, and a lot of people will try and tell you to outsource it all, but if you don't know how to do it yourself, how do you know that person's going to know what to do? So with social media marketing agency, you also need a lot of confidence. If you're an introvert, it's not going to be good because you're going to need to get on client calls all the time. You're going to need to keep people's expectations realistic. You're going to have to manage people's emotions as well. So there is a lot that goes into making a social media marketing agency work. And the budget required is very, very low. It's only around about $500 to $1,000. And the profit margin is very high. It's about 25% to 55%. And sometimes it can be even more depending on how you're acquiring a client. Now, the reason why it's very high is because you're not having to pay for any costs of products. It's all service based. So let's say you charge somebody $2,000 for your service and it only technically costs you, let's say $300. That's the rest. And the reason why you would need to spend $300 is on softwares, maybe outsourcing some of the work. So the profit margin is very, very high. And the unit price, meaning how much you're selling this service for or a product for, in this case, it's a service, it's between $500 to about $10,000. You can do social media management for $500, but then you could also do a paid advertisement client as $10,000 $2,000 on a retainer. So it's very, very high, but that's because it's very, very difficult. And the asset value is medium in terms of how much you can sell it for. Now, this one's quite complicated with a social media marketing agency. I know people that have sold theirs for a decent amount of money, but I also know people that have tried to sell theirs and got no money, because people will buy that agency, and the reason why the agency is successful is because you're the one that's making it successful. So without you, then there's no real money involved with the agency, because people can get their own clients doing it themselves. And the time commitment needed is between medium and high. And the reason why is because you're going to have to actively go out there and find new clients, reach out to them, get on calls with them, do the ads for them or whatever you're selling them. So there's a lot of time for you to initially get going. And if you're going to start this with a low budget, then you're going to be the one that's going to have to be doing everything at the start till you find clients and get them successful. Because at the end of the day, it's all good signing a client, but then if they're not happy in the first couple of months, then they're going to ask for their money back and you're going to lose a client. So really, you don't really know how much money you're going to be making after 2 to 3 months until you know your clients are happy. And once you know that, then you know you're going to be making good money. So with e-commerce and dropshipping using paid ads, the difficulty level is medium, and the reason why is because you need to learn how customer psychology works. You need to understand how to work with suppliers. So there's a medium level of difficulty. And the budget required is around about $1,000 to $3,000. And the reason why it's around about that price range is because you're going to need to pay for your Shopify plan. You're going to need to pay for other things like paid advertisements up front. So you are going to need a decent amount to start with. And the profit margin is very modest, being 20 to 40%. And the reason why it's quite high is because the only things you're paying for is inventory or products only when somebody buys it though. And the unit price that you typically see in e-commerce and dropshipping through paid ads is around about $35 to $2,000. And the reason why is because if you're going to have to use paid advertisements, you need to take that into consideration, because you need to know how much profit you're going to be able to make in between you and the paid advertisement. And the asset value is very high for this, because if you're able to transition from a dropshipper to an e-commerce brand, or straight away an e-commerce brand that's successful, then you're buying stock that's worth money. And if you're buying stock that's worth money and you're buying and creating custom products that are unique to you, then you're building an asset. You're building a brand that customers are a part of, email list, they've got a unique product, you've got your own stock, you've got your own brand message. These are all things that when buyers come to the plate, they're like, wow, I want to buy this. Look at Gymshark, for example. They're worth $1 billion, and that is an e-commerce brand. The time commitment needed for this is quite short to medium, because you're paying using ads. That means that they're going to do all the work for you. All you need to do is get a website, get a supplier, and the rest is done through paid advertising. And when it comes to e-commerce and dropshipping through organic types of marketing, the difficulty level is considered quite easy to medium, because you're going to be using social media platforms like influencers on Instagram, TikTok, and because you use those social media platforms every day, you know what works and what doesn't work. And the budget needed for this is around about $250 to $500. And the reason why the budget is so low for this one is because you only need to pay for your Shopify plan, your domain name, a few apps here and a few tools, and you're ready to go. You don't need to pay for any expensive advertising. The profit margins are extremely high, between 40 and 60%, because you are not paying any advertising platform any money. You're doing it through your own organic traffic. And the unit price is the same as normal e-commerce and dropshipping at $35 to $2,000. Sometimes you can go as low as $20. And the asset value is extremely high, because you can still create an e-commerce brand with this model. And the really big thing with this is when somebody comes to buy the company, when they see that you're driving most of the traffic through organic, that is more powerful to them than using paid advertisements, because the P&L, meaning the profit to loss, is a lot higher. And the time commitment needed is around about medium to high for this business model, because you're going to be the one that dictates the success of this, because you're the one that's going to be actively doing things to make this work. And that brings us on to the $1 million question. Which business model is the best one for you? Not for everyone, but for you, the person that's watching this right now. Now, the answer to this will heavily depend on your situation and how you like to work as an individual. So here's a hypothetical example of how you could do this from what I've just shown you. Let's say, for example, you got a big budget, you prefer to work alone, you don't care about the exit asset value, which means something like trading might be a good option for you. Now, another great hypothetical practical example is, let's say you have a medium budget, you have lots of free time, you've got good marketing skills from your day job that you work every day, then maybe SMMA might be a great example for you. Now, let's say you're somebody with a medium budget, you like automation, meaning that you don't need to do much, and you like to have a big exit, meaning that when you come to leave that business, you can sell it for millions of dollars, then e-commerce with paid ads is the best formula for you. Now, let's say, for example, you've got a small budget, and I know most of you guys that are going to be watching this will be between a small budget and a medium budget. Then let's say you've got small budget, free time, but you want a big exit, meaning that you want to sell it for a lot of money. Then e-commerce organicing is by far the best one right here. Now, most importantly, if you want to be prepared to take action, the opportunities that a recession will bring to you, you need to be able to take action now and start building cash flow. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's talk about what makes the perfect cash flow generating, beginner-friendly business model for 2022. The first thing is it doesn't require a big upfront investment, and the reason why is because most people right now do not have loads of thousands and thousands of dollars ready to deploy in a brand new business. The next important crucial element is it doesn't rely on your time to scale. If it requires on your time to scale, then you'll never be able to walk away from that business, take a step back and relax and see the progress that you've worked towards. The most important part is it enables you to be able to remove yourself from the business, whether it be 1 to 5 years down the line, and you can exit from it with a nice bit of sum of money. The next important thing is it can be scaled aggressively and has a big exit value when you come to sell the company. So this is how you guys can start your own modern e-commerce business and generate over $150,000 a month with no paid advertisements. So I'm going to be giving you guys 5 steps to $150,000 a month with an e-commerce business in 40 days. Now, I know $150,000 sounds like a lot of money, and it is a lot of money. Now, let's say you can only do, let's say $10,000, $50,000. Why not $80,000? But let's just say, for example, on the low side, doing these 5 steps and being able to generate $10,000 with no paid ads. And this can be done in 40 days. Now, let's say it doesn't happen in 40 days. Let's say it happens in 45 days. These are just some average numbers that I'm giving you that are achievable. And for those that are watching this that are very doubtful and skeptical about what I'm saying, as you guys can see on the screen, we've already done it as seen in my last video. So if you literally go to the YouTube channel, the Ecom King YouTube channel, and look at the last video, this is the video that you're going to see. $0 to $1 million in 6 months with Shopify dropshipping with no paid ads. Now, I'd recommend that everyone watches this video at the end of this video, and this one's going to be great for the guys that are going to be critic of what I'm saying now. Now, I'm not saying that everyone watching this video is going to be able to replicate the success that we've had with this and our students have had with it and people that have watched the YouTube channel, the subscribers have had with it. I'm just explaining what people have achieved, and this is real life proof of it actually working. And what I'm about to share with you is our 5 steps to achieve these results. So these 5 steps I'm going to be giving you in the next few minutes are exactly what we do to achieve the same success. So what are these 5 steps that I'm going to be teaching you that are going to help you achieve these results? Step 1 is going to be getting started now. Step 2 is going to be picking the niche and picking the products. Step 3 is going to be creating the content. And step 4 is going to be planning your outreach strategy. And step 5 is going to be dividing and conquering your whole strategy. Now, if you're able to replicate this process correctly, these are the things that you're going to be able to achieve. Number 1, you're going to be able to start a unique e-commerce brand that can potentially sell for millions of dollars in the future. You're going to also be able to identify products that people already want, that people are actively going out there and buying. Number 3, you're going to be able to create content that goes viral and gets millions of website visitors with no ad spend at all. And number 4, most importantly, you're going to be able to generate numbers like $150,000 a month in revenue with around about a 55% profit margin through your organic traffic. And like I said to you guys previously, it doesn't have to be $150,000. Let's say just an extra $10,000, $20,000, $30,000. So that brings us on to step 1, getting started now. Notice how I said getting started now. Focus on the essentials, don't overthink it. So what you're going to need to make this work is a Shopify account, and make sure you use my link in the description because it will give you a 14-day free trial, risk-free, a TikTok personal USA page. There'll also be a link in the description to be able to get one of those. Or if you're based in the US, you can already get one of those. You're also going to need a camera or phone that can record in at least 1080p. Most iPhones, most Android phones nowadays can do this. You're going to need a video editing software software. And for those that are familiar with TikTok video editing software, that's going to be more than enough to be able to do this. So step 2 is picking a niche and picking products. So how you find your niche is you need to follow the data. That's how simple it is. So how you can start off by doing this is by browsing TikTok hashtags on your phone, on your laptop, on your computer associated with e-commerce. For example, Amazon finds, TikTok made me buy it, AliExpress finds, and other things like this that are going to show you e-commerce products that are getting millions of views and thousands of orders. And the second thing that you want to do is you want to take the top niches into analytics tools. They could be free ones, they could be paid ones, things like Google Trends, Trendy.com, Exploding Topics, and other ones. And the third thing that you need to do is you need to research those niches to find out what products people already want. So you could go through Facebook groups and see, for example, you could join a Facebook group that's all about dogs and dog toys and dog accessories and find out which ones people are using. Google searches, AliExpress, Alibaba, see which ones are getting the most order volume, and you can use other things to find out. And step 4 is you need to source a better version of the product from a reliable supplier. So instead of sourcing the product from anyone, try and find a supplier that's going to give better shipping times, better product quality, and that way you're going to be able to beat your competitors and keep customers with you long periods of time. And if you don't know how to find a reliable supplier, I'll be leaving a link in the description to a video where you can actually find them and I actually show you loads of different ones that you can use. Step 3, create the content. It's time to shoot your organic content. Go for the highest possible quality, 1080p, UGC, which stands for user generated content, and POV, which stands for point of view. These two types of content is what works the best on TikTok. I know you guys that are watching this go on TikTok for hours a day. Those types of videos that you watch in terms of the way they're structured are the types of videos that do well. You'll need to be able to create multiple variations, and you want to be posting 5 to 8 times a day to go viral, which means basically you need to be able to get your product to your house by buying it from Amazon to your house the next day or in a few days, and you need to be able to create content of your product, and you need to be making 5 to 8 videos a day that you can post on your TikTok page. And if you don't know what type of videos you need to make, or you're lost in terms of what type of content will work well, then just go onto TikTok and search for the product name in TikTok and see what videos are going viral for your product with other people, and then look at what they're doing and replicate it in your own video structure. You need to pay attention to the trends in your niche. Replicate the style of videos that get the best results. So if there's a video that's got 10 million views for your product, that's what's worked well. So you need to replicate the different ingredients on what works well for that product. What you could do is you could change the first 3 seconds. You could use a slightly different background in terms of where you're recording the video, inside, outside, in a bedroom, in a kitchen. Use a different caption. So the actual written caption you're putting, try a different one. Use a different TikTok trending song. The key to this is don't overthink it. Don't think, oh, is this the right video? Is this the right song? Just make it, upload it, see with the results that you're going. And the consistency is the most important part. If you only do this one day and then don't do it again for a week, it will not work. You need to be doing it every single day. And the best way to keep consistent is by setting up a content calendar, because if you do this, it'll enable you to post consistently content for a month. If you're able to consistently post content for a month, you're going to have a higher chance of going viral than most other people. And this is very important. Don't give up if you don't see results in the first week. Going viral can take time. Now, if you've been uploading consistently 3 to 5 times a day on TikTok for, let's say, a week and you don't see any results, don't get disheartened, don't get discouraged. It can take a few weeks, it can take a few months to go viral, but once you do get that first viral video, it will change your page's algorithm for the rest of its future. Step 4 to the process is planning your outreach. Research your hashtags. So let's say, for example, you're selling in the dog community, search for things like dogs, dog toys, dog time, anything that will pull up relevant videos. Look for the best influencers in that niche. You can also do this on Instagram, you can do this on YouTube, any social media platform where there's influencers in your industry, you're going to want to look for them on any social media platform. And the reason why we're going to want to do this is because we're going to use influencers to leverage our e-commerce businesses by offering them a commission on different deals. So you only pay them part of what you make. So let's say, for example, you find a really successful influencer in the US, the UK, France, Germany, and let's say you find an influencer that's got hundreds of thousands of followers, they get 10,000 likes on their photos on Instagram, they get 200,000 views on their reels on Instagram, let's say they get million views on TikTok, let's say they get hundreds of thousands of views on their YouTube channel, whatever it is they're doing, let's say they're successful at what they do, but they are promoting other people's products. Most influencers promote other people's products through affiliate marketing, like we mentioned at the start. Now, instead of telling them to promote other people's products, why not reach out to them and agree with them on you making them an e-commerce brand, and you go 50-50. You say to them, look, instead of promoting all of these other people's products where you only get a small commission, you don't get any asset value by doing it, why not make your own product? Why not start your own e-commerce brand and take more profit and have asset value? Because at the end of the day, what influencer wouldn't want their own e-commerce brand where they have more control over it and they can make more money with it, and they've got more room to do whatever they want and keep their audience happy? Just think from the influencer's point of view. Would you rather promote somebody else's product, or would you rather promote your product and have an expert telling you how to do it so you can make a lot of money very fast? Now, we've been using this exact same strategy for the last few years, and this is what's enabled us to do 80,000 euros in one day, $100,000 in one day with no ad spend, by using an influencer's platform to actually boost it and get it to going viral on their pages. And this has been the most lucrative opportunity for me for the last year to 2 years in terms of making the most profit in my e-commerce businesses. Because by doing this, you don't need to be paying for any paid ads. You're leveraging other people's social media platform to generate sales. And once you do generate those sales and you make hundreds of thousands of dollars, let's say even only $10, $20, $30, $50,000, you can use the profit on paid ads. But the starting up, you're going to be generating loads of revenue and profit just through leveraging other people's platforms. Now, what you can do to find these influencers, you can go to influencersupply.com to find influencers. This is the website that I've been using for the last 2 years to be able to find influencers to collaborate with, to partner with them, to actually getting them to build their own e-commerce brand with me, by me using all my expertise to actually run an e-commerce brand for them. And I take 50% or 40% and they take 60% or 50%. And what you can do is you can use our outreach templates that will be linked in the description below in the pinned comment once we hit 2,000 likes. So once we hit 2,000 likes, there will be outreach templates in the description and in the pinned comment that you can use to outreach to these influencers that you find through Influencer Spy to actually use to partner up with, to actually build a brand with them. So me and my team are doing all the hard work for you. The outreach part is the hardest part. We're giving you the scripts to do it. All you need to do is find a product, find a niche, and find influencers, which is the easiest part. Our influencer outreach template is just one of over 15 resources that we use to automate this process and make it efficient. So if you want to find out more about our breakthrough method, make sure you stay tuned for the reveal at the end of this video. So step 5 to this strategy is divide and conquer. After a few weeks of posting, you'll understand what works. Start using your best performing elements only. So once you do this for a few weeks, you're going to understand what influencers work, what videos work, and then you can just refine it and scale it by knowing what works. And by doing that, you're going to have a higher chance of seeing success. So check this out. Hear from some of our students what can happen if you follow this step. So you can see on the screen some student results using these exact same strategies. Now, the question is, how can you achieve these results? How can you fast track these results? And how can you learn the knowledge to be able to do these results through this business model? Now, the good news is I've made multiple videos explaining how you can learn how to do each one of these strategies. So step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. Although I've given you quite a brief understanding on how it works, I've created multiple free videos on this YouTube channel that are over hours and hours and hours long, explaining how you can do each one of these strategies. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to leave a link in the description to all the recommended videos that you need to watch to be able to learn the skills needed to be able to use this business model that I recommend, to be able to take it to be able to generate between $10,000 and $150,000 a month over a few months. Now, if you choose that option, that will be option 1, which is applying all the knowledge yourself and using the step 5 formula yourself and watching all of the different videos that I'm going to be recommending you in the description and applying all of that knowledge yourself, testing it yourself and seeing how far you can go. Now, this is definitely a viable option. However, you need to keep a few things in mind. So the first thing that you need to keep in mind if you're going to be doing option 1, which is doing it yourself, is it might take a few months or even years to succeed with a trial and error method. The second thing you need to consider is you will probably spend a lot of money making mistakes on the way. And the third thing that you need to consider is you will miss out on the profit you could have made by succeeding earlier on instead of having to do trial and error. And the fourth thing is you might feel demotivated and quit if you don't see results earlier on. Now, as long as you're comfortable with those 4 different hurdles that could potentially come up in your journey by doing it yourself, then I'd highly recommend that you carry on doing option 1. Now, if you're not comfortable with options 1's hurdles, then option 2 might be more accessible for you, which is learning from a team with the most proven results and success in this industry. Every single success option you've seen in this video came from learning from me and my team. I also want to make this extremely clear. There's been thousands and thousands, even tens of thousands of people that have watched my content for free on YouTube and have been able to change their life by going part-time or even full-time with their online business, selling on e-commerce and dropshipping. There's also been a lot of people that have watched my free content and have quit too early on because they've not seen success, and because they've not had a mentor with them, they've been able to fall off and not stay accountable for their own success. So we take beginners and even seasoned veterans and we give them all of these different things. We teach you our proven formula for going viral on TikTok, guide you through the process of choosing your product, show you how we create our own content, connect you with our own network of suppliers, review your own content and tell you how it should be improved, give you access to our templates, landing pages, creatives, outreaches, and more. We give you everything that we've got that we use every single day to become successful. Imagine getting guidance from the same team that has generated over $1 million with no paid ads in the last 6 months using TikTok organic traffic. And this isn't just one of those one-hit wonders. We've done this multiple times. We've got a page that's got over 1 billion views, and most people that go viral on TikTok only last for a few weeks, even a few months. We've been in the game now for over a year doing this. Not just that, but we've also been using the influencer partnering up strategy, where you partner with an influencer and go 50-50 with them or 40-60 with them and collaborate on actually building an e-commerce branding, leveraging their platform. We've been doing that over 2 years now, and we've been seeing loads of success in those last 2 years. Getting expert help will get you unstuck. It can be hard to self-examine when you're doing everything yourself. So when you do everything yourself, it can be very, very overwhelming. You don't know what's working, what isn't working, and your own emotion is taking over and making bad decisions. If you want to learn more about this unique opportunity, tune in on Wednesday, the 27th of July at 1700 hours UK time, which is 5 p.m. UK time, British summer time. Now, for those that are really eager and they really want to be interested in this right now, then I will leave a link in the description to the priority waitlist, where you will get early access before the live stream on what it is that we're currently on about. And by joining that priority waitlist, you're going to understand exactly what this unique opportunity is before most people will hear about it on the 27th of July, Wednesday at 5 p.m. I will open the first ever slots for this program during the live stream on Wednesday the 27th of July at 5 p.m. BST time, and I will show you exactly how everything will work. And remember, by clicking the link in the description to join the priority list now, increases your chance of getting early access to the new program when it launches on Wednesday. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. I hope it's helped you understand what is the best online business to start in 2022. I hope I've broke it down really well to you. I hope I've also explained why it's so important right now to start an online business in 2022. And I hope by me giving you those 5 steps that you can do right now will increase the chances of everyone watching this. And don't forget to look in the description of this video to all of the recommended videos needed for every single one of you that are watching it to understand how to do each one of these 5 steps that I've given you in full in-depth training. And I'm on about hours and hours worth of free training using real strategies and showing you real strategies and showing you real results and how to do each one of these steps. And don't forget to hit 2,000 likes on this video so you can get access to all of those copy and paste templates, outreach templates, and everything you need to be able to start the recommended online business that I recommend in this video. There's really no excuse for anyone that's watching this to not start this online business model that I recommend, because we literally give you everything for free and it has a very, very low cost to start, and there should be no reason why you don't give it a go. And the worst thing that can happen is you lose between $200 to $500, and there was a high chance of you being able to create a business that could potentially change your life. And for those that are interested in option 2 in terms of learning these strategies, I'll catch you on Wednesday the 27th of July on the live stream, where I explain exactly how the program will work.